Hello, good afternoon. We are here now to the second sign of the zodiac provision of mid-April. I already launched the first video of Aries, which, by the way, is the current energy. But now we are going to do the lecture for the second sign, which is Taurus, owner of the second house, the house of the bank. So I'm going to be a little bit more faster this time because I've already explained, but I will explain it again, the function of these lectures. So basically, I will dispose the cards I have shuffled them, and now I'll dispose them in a circle, which we have the first house, which is the gym, second house, which is the bank, which is, by the way, the region of this lecture. Then we have the third house, which is the communication, and Gemini house, which is the relaxation. Then we have the fourth house, which is the house of uh, Cancer. So Cancer is the fourth sign and the owner of the house of the kindergarten, which has to do with your own interior transformation process. Then we have the fifth house, and in here we have the house of the stage, which is the energy of Leo. Then we have the sixth house, which is the house of the service, also known as the clinic, and this house of Virgo. So we have here the lower circle of the zodiac, and now we are going to the upper one. We have then the seventh house, which is the house of the firm, the house of Libra. Then we have the eighth house, which is the house of Scorpio, also known as the therapist in our interpretation of tarot. Then we have the ninth house, which is the house of Sagittarius, also known as the house of university and higher studies. Then we have the parliament, which is the Capricorn energy house, which has to do with your self-image in the world, the way you impress the others, and your own status and values towards the world. So the parliament has to do with politics, the way you develop them. Then we have the 11th house, which is the house of Aquarius. And here we have the house of the syndicate, or the individuation of values towards society. And finally, the spiritual house, the house of Pisces, which is known as the temple in this lecture program I have developed. I will put the card in the center, which is the Oracle one, and I'm going to do it just in the beginning in order to organize our time better, because I was too slow in the first house, which was not very good for Aries. So I'm going to select, and the card is the Emperor this is, by the way, the Twin Tarot deck, and this deck has positive and negative side, or if you prefer, the defiant side and the complacent side of the oracle. So the Emperor means that you are on your own energy, and this is the meaning card for the lecture. In the first house, you have the Chariot. So basically, this is Cancer energy, and it means you are towards your in the gym, which has to do with your public image, which is the rising, your rising, which is the rising house. The first house, always the rising house. And you have the Chariot there. So it means that you are doing a lot of progress in your life towards your objectives. In your own house, which has to do with resources management and money, you have the Six of Airs, which is a transformative it's not a very good card, I must say, because it has to do with floating through your difficulties By the way, Six of Hairs is the same as Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is always a card of escaping your own difficulties. In the communication, you have the Five of Hearts and Hearts. This means that it's not a very good card. It's a card of intoxication and loss or some sort of losing. And this means that in your communication you are very strong in this moment. It also means that you are through a transformation phase probably, and it will be a bit blocked in the communication towards the others and to your close family, because everything of these issues are treated here in the redaction. So I would say that your expression, your communication will have some difficulties and flaws in this mid month of April. So this is a bit the energy here. In your inner core, in the relation towards your infants, in the kindergarten, which is the energy of Cancer, you have the priestess. And this means that you are very intuitive and in your own energy. This means that you can see things. You cannot communicate it very well, but you can feel it and sense it, and you can act towards it. In the stage, which, by the way, these are the first four houses that are related with the basic shops. The basic shops has to do with your inner strength, so and your work towards yourself. So the first shop has to do with your public image, the second shop has to do with your resources, the third shop with your communication, and the third shop with your own shadow work, your transformation of your feelings. So I would say that you are in a process more connected with your public appearance and working through your intuition, even if you are not communicating or having a lot of success in the economical stage or shop. So getting to the other third of the zodiac oracle, we can see here in the fifth house, which is the house of Leo, which has to do, is related with your presence towards the others and the way you present yourself in the world, and also family and children. You are very much on your own. You have here the Bull of Earth, so you are in your own strength. It's not a very fiery, but in other way, it is a earthly strength that you have right now. But you are taming your stage. So I would say you are not getting too fast on your presentation, on your control over what you are giving to the world, but you are in your own strength, giving a lot of you and of your presence. You cannot forget you are a Taurus and you have the Bull of Earth on the stage. And this is very important because this is combined with your rising. You also have in the ninth house the Twin of Airs, which is also a very strong energy of communication by your own strength. So these are the three houses of fire, and you can face here this challenge of being on your own energy, the Emperor. So I would say that this is a good card, even if it's not too fast. So what the tarot is telling you is to go slow. Don't do things too fast and too furious. Try to be tamed. Try to be on your own energy and do the things slowly, as you know they must be done. And you know this because you are a Taurus. So on your sixth house, which is the service, you have the Six of Fires. And the Six of Fires means, or if you prefer, the Six of Pentacles, it means that you are a triumph. You are triumphing in the service of others. You are being triumphant. That's what I mean. Was I trying to say? I know my English could be a bit better, but and this is also challenging because I'm doing these lectures after a long time stopping. But I would say that this is a very good energy for the service on others, and it means that you are getting on your own strength, and you are above all very happy in doing what you are doing in the service of others, and that's very important. So in the opposite house, you have the devil or the addiction, and you have that on the spiritual realm, which is related with service to the others because it's on the same axis. But I would say that this is a bit enlightening of what it comes towards the 12th house. And we can say that probably you are to focus on your work, and maybe that is bounding your spirituality. On the seventh house, you have the Eight of Waters, so the Eight of Cups, and this means that you have a lot of opportunities in love. It is presented to you a lot of options. So in this moment, what I'm seeing here, you are very focused on yourself, on your work, and you have not a lot of time to be with others and to work towards the firm. And it is interesting because what I feel with the first house being occupied or taken by the chariot, and seventh house by the Eight of Water, the Eight of Cups, which mean a lot of options. I would say that in this moment you are more concerned with yourself than to develop a partnership. Probably it's what is happening, but I don't know if it's really what you want, because in the 12th house you have the devil, and we can say probably that this sixth house with the six of rods, or if you prefer the six of rods or the six of pentacles. Sorry, pentacles. No, the six of rods. Yeah, we can say that this is a very triumphant energy, but that is getting you out of your objectives in love. You are not in this moment very concerned with getting a partner. You are more concerned in getting yourself, and that's why you are in the emperor mode, and you're trying to build your own as the Bull of Hearts in the stage of life. So this is the firm, and then we have the hate shop, which is the shop of Scorpio, where you have the therapist, and there you have the Seven of Rods. Once more, you have here, because if you think about it, you have a bit of fiery energy here, concerned with action, doing things, transforming things, even in your intimacy and in your most secret feelings, hidden places, because this house has to do with the therapist, the house of the hidden feelings, and even there you are working on you, and you are being quite defying of all others around you, but at the same time you are in the defendant energy. You are not attacking, you are blocking the others, you are gaining your pace, you are defending your own area, and that's not the best energy to get towards the others. So you are not very concerned in getting to the others, even if you are an emperor, and in some sense you want to be building on your energy. On the ninth, so this is a bit what I'm seeing here. On the ninth house, what I'm seeing, and this has to do with university and higher studies, is the Twin of Airs. And this card is a bit of adventurous, but at the same time, weak explorer. I would say that you are in a precipitation towards the others, but at the same time, this communication is incipient and you are not getting too far on it. Also, the Nine of Waters, the Nine of Cups, means that you are triumphant in the world, but it's not the top moment. You have not reached yet the momentum of a complete, I would say, bliss. So you are on the process to get a complete bliss. At the same time, you are very strong on the communication you have towards the world. And so in this politics house, you are getting your own sun, I would say, and you are firing. But you still haven't reached the peak. Finally, you have the two last houses, and you have in the 11th one the Seven of Earths, which is the Seven of Pentacles, which is a work in progress, and you have the Devil on the 12th one. And I will just clarify this one, which I will use this deck, the second tarot deck, only to have some clarity here on this collocation, just to understand a bit, and also this relation with the Six of Fires on the service house, the clinic. I would say that we have here the Seven of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. At the same time, if we put on the addiction, or if you prefer the shadow, the devil, you have the Eight of Wands, which is communication, and you have the Three of Swords. Interesting. So this clarification, I would say, that brings us to this conclusion. You are in a process of transformation, and at the same time, you are communicating your pain. It is here in this axis of service and spirituality that you are facing this last part of April, your most challenging transformation. But you are on guard, and also you have here the Three of Pentacles, which is telling me that you're going to have a very good collaboration with someone. So I would say that you have to transform your pattern towards this person in order to become more of your own emperor on your stage. That's the only way you get a clean communication. By the way, I believe that it's your destiny to be very fulfilled, but this time you are opening your options or maintaining your options open if you prefer, and that can lead you to more stress and difficulties than success. So what tarot is saying you these last days of April is to focus on yourself, yes, but don't lose the aim of getting a good relationship and transform your emotions through relationships also. It is important to work well and to impose your own energy in the world, but it's also important to transform yourself. And I'm feeling that in this moment, you are not focusing completely on your relation status. You are more concerned with getting your job done, and that's not getting you the best of yourself, because the zodiac, it's all about balance. And if you are unbalanced in an area of your life, that will reflect on other areas. So what I would say is keep the good work, focus on yourself, but don't forget to be open to others, because that's also important. Okay. So this is what I have to say to you. Okay. So I see you next time. Bye, Taurus.